Welcome back everyone, this is the semi-finals. It is Nitro versus Kyrph. The winner of this match will go into the finals, and the person joining him in the finals will be the winner of the losers bracket. So the next game that should be recorded will be the finals itself. So it looks like Shadow Paladins versus Paleman. Interesting choices. That's an unfortunate number of grade 3s in Nitro's hand. Oh! It's Shadow Paladin. Oh my goodness, I've forgotten their names. Spectral Drake Dragon. Yeah. That's a good shout. Spectral Drake Dragon can restand. It can restand and doesn't rely on Limb Break 4, which is two things that makes it very, very positive. Or is it Limb Break 4? You know what? I think it actually is Limb Break 4. But it's not a Break Ride effect, which is good. Which means you can use the grade 1s and grade 2s that give yourself damage or attack through those effects. So it means there's less resiliency on relying on the opponent to actually turn you into a 4 damage. Oh, that's unfortunate. No grade 2 or grade 3 Spectral Drake from those top 7 cards. So Kyrph will have to hope that he's got both of them in hand. No trigger either. Looks like all the luck is on Nitro's side at the moment. This is a pendulum and the pendulum can swing. Must be deciding which grade 2 to go for. Either the Crimson Beast Tamer or the Nitro Juggler. Crimson Beast Tamer is more intelligent choice because it makes the other Crimson Beast Tamers turn into 12Ks rather than 9K on Rearguard Circle. Is Purple Speed coming out, or is that just going to stay in hand? Interesting. And using the effect. Bring back out the Nitro Juggler. And Soul Charge once again. Yep. That makes sense. Oh, that's a nice critical trigger. Oh, and there's no trigger, which means that this attack does hit as well. Oh, that is quite unfortunate for Kyrph. I would say that Nitro is certainly feeling the Critmas spirit. Oh, it's the grade 2 SP Vortor, which will retire 1 and call top 2 cards of his deck. It's a Spectral Drake and a Phantom Blaster Dragon. That'll allow him to retire 1 of his cards to call the top card. So the Painter allows him to put a card from his hand in Soul. He wants the 9K grade 2 rearguards for the defense. That makes sense. And then the 17 Vanguard will hit. Despite the fact that Kyrph is not hitting any triggers at the time that he wants to, he's still managed to keep up with the Pale Moon deck. So he's going to ride into Liqueur and call the Alice to rearguard circle, sure. And the Crimson Beast Tamer to the other side. Interesting. Is he going to choose to use the effect? Oh, now they're both Henkes. Okay, maybe he just wanted the defense. The defensive grade 2s. Maybe that was a bit of a mistake. Because Alice could have brought that out if he wanted. And then Liqueur can attack. And if he hits a stand trigger, he can stand that Crimson Beast again. No triggers. Which does put Kyrph on 4 damage. Oh, it's a Fan Blast Overlord. And it's on the 13k because of the Nightmare Painter putting Fan Blaster Dragon into the Soul Weather. It's quite unfortunate that it's Fan Blast Dragon and not an 11k grade 3. Which might have been able to hit. And there's no Persona Blast for the plus critical. And that also puts Liqueur on 4 damage, which is quite unfortunate. Because now Liqueur's effect is going to be able to go off. And Liqueur has 7 souls to choose from. It's now 9 cards in soul to choose from. I'll have to plan this out a little bit. Yep, that is pretty cool. Didn't need to boost for that, but okay. 9k would have just been able to destroy the shadow. The ghost of the blaster dart. And that should kill him. Yeah, there's another win for Nitro. And now we shall see if he's changed decks. Looks like Nitro is left currently. Oh, okay, he's back. we'll swap viewpoints to watch Kyrph this time. And Kyrph has decided to go for Gopal, and it looks like interesting. I wonder if it's still going to be Spectral Duke. Looks like we're continuing to wait for Nitro. And there we go, now he's ready. Now Kyrph is taking his time. They only have a set amount of time here between matches, and if they aren't ready, then it will result in a disqualification. I think that was borderline on it. I think I was being generous with the amount of time between matches there. So it looks like it's Liberators, and it looks like Nitro is stuck with the Pale Moon. It seems to have served him well. In fairness, no one ever said running a tournament and commentating on it was ever going to be an easy job. So yes, Liberators, interesting choice. An unfortunate lack of grade 3s in Kyrph's hand. And I can see that Red Dragon Emperor has just won his game against Knight. And Zero and Red Dragon Emperor are just about to begin their fight in the losers bracket. Okay, so let's pay attention here. So he's just drawn into the Break Ride, which is the Gancelot. Decided to ride the 10k vanilla. Makes sense. Yep, that's quite good. So the 10k should attack first, and then the 12k, so long as the... Oh, that's attack the Vanguard. Okay. I didn't say the 12k, they can then attack the Vanguard. Once we get its trigger, and then 15k. An unfortunate lack of triggers. So actually, he did do the right move, because I'd have been relying on a trigger, which he didn't get. I'd have just been trying to go for damage rather than trying to take out the rearguard. So, interesting. Looks like Kyrph did the correct move there. Different to what I'd have done. It's not that there's technically a correct or incorrect move, it's just, you know, how much you're willing to gamble on you hitting a trigger and the opponent not hitting a trigger. Using the Smiling Presenter on the second grade 2. The second grade 2. The second raid. Once again, same as last time. Yes, Barking Cerberus. So the Barking Cerberus is going to have to attack the grade 2. Now let's see if there's any triggers. No triggers. A stand trigger would remove the rearguard, a critical trigger would have dealt 2 damage. It's unfortunate that Kyrph keeps getting these defensive triggers, but he doesn't really need them. Well, you can do this to make a new column. But unfortunately it won't hit. But it can still take out a rearguard. That's basically using a Counterblast to take care of a rearguard, which I suppose is fair. That's acceptable. Call both Blast Blade Liberators to rearguards. And just go for damage. In fact, just call the entire hand. There's no reason not to. Yeah. Attack with an NK first. There's no point in keeping the hand if you can't use it. Oh, that's unfortunate. One trigger is all he needs. Oh, if he'd hit a critical, that would have immediately been game. That was unfortunate. What are the triggers used here? Oh no, he only plays stands and heal and draws. I was about to say stands and heals because that's generally what you would do, but he isn't playing the crit triggers. That's unfortunate. Nitro surely has to think that he had a lucky escape there. You know, Cure will be very powerful here. He's 7 in soul at the moment. And he can use Liqueur's effect twice if he needs to. He's just trying to deal 4 damage this turn, which is a lot to ask in Vanguard 0. Well, that's a lot of soul charging that happens. Yep. Absolutely. Now use Liqueur's effect again. Oh no, choose not to. Okay. I suppose we can look to what his soul is. Oh yeah, he's using Liqueur's effect again. I thought he would. It just seems strange that he called the rearguard. And then Purple Trapezist can swap something. He's looking for soul, but I don't know what he's searching for. Oh no, did he run out of time? Oh, that's unfortunate. But No, he was in a good position because he'd have taken out the Blaster Blades. Let's see, he'd have taken out the Blaster Blades and then he'd been left with 2 grade 2 rearguards. Kyrph would have been on Break Ride and had no cards in hand. So, depending on what he draws into, if he Break Rided, he could have got a Blaster Blade Liberator, which he could then have called Counterblast 2 to destroy one of the rearguards. Blaster Blade Liberator would then have attacked over the second rearguard, and then the Vanguard could have attacked, which would have been game if he had drawn into a grade 3. But if he hadn't drawn into a grade 3, then it depends on the grade 2 that he'd have drawn. And if he didn't draw into a Blaster Blade Liberator, then the only thing that he could have done is attack the 2 rearguards. He wouldn't have been able to do too many things. Well, that was unfortunate. But Nitro has given up. I think he could have still won from that situation, because he was on 5 damage and there wasn't a guarantee that the opponent was able to do the damage. And then he'd had an additional turn to attempt to deal 4 damage. But dealing 4 damage is really a lot to ask in Vanguard 0. So he was in a difficult situation as it was. So that was unfortunate, but it's now 1-1. They just have to move on and continue. There's a problem with a deck that requires a lot of thought, similar to Pale Moon. And it looks like Kyrph has went for Aquaforce. I think it's Kyrph. Yeah, because Nitro's still sticking with the Pale Moon, and Kyrph has swapped to Aquaforce. So it's an interesting choice. He has the Maelstrom and the Glory Maelstrom. And he has the ability to use Maelstrom's effect. He has the ability to go into the 4 attacks here. Or he will once he draws into additional cards. So he can ride the Penguin, then ride the Algos. Algos is a strange choice. I don't play Algos anymore. And then he can call the... not Tidal Assault. I keep calling him Tidal Assault and his name isn't Tidal Assault. This card, Basil, can call it to rearguard and have that swap places. And then get off the 4 attacks that way. Like call rearguard here, call Basil here, call rearguard here. Basil attacks, this one attacks, this one attacks. Then Maelstrom attacks, which is the 4th attack. And even better, he also has the Daimatis. Which is the exact same thing as Basil, apart from its grade 3. Which is 9k that goes to 12k, rather than 8k that goes to 11. He decided to keep the Penguin so that he can Soul Blast 2 to draw. Which is perfectly fine because it is free in Aquaforce. You don't need your soul at all. Nothing uses it. Nitro, which will allow him to Soul Charge 1. There's Dreamy Fortress. Also playing the Sniper, which I don't play. Can't even know what this is. Valeria. Oh right, on 4th attack, retire. Taking a lot of damage early here is Kyrph. Raiden Talbos? Yep, that's the correct choice. Well, you can call Basil to rearguard because it doesn't matter that much. Is that correct? That doesn't seem correct. Or maybe he just wanted that in solo so he could blast 2 to draw. Interesting. Then call the Storm Rage behind him? Sure. But he's going to have to counterblast 1 for that Storm Rage Basil. Interesting choice. Then Penguin's going to attack the rearguard. Penguin will attack the rearguard. What? No. Penguin attacks rearguard and then this can attack rearguard. Oh, okay, well it doesn't matter because I see. But does this not draw? Oh, only if it hits Vanguard. Dang. Yep, okay. So maybe he was hoping for a trigger. And then he could have put the trigger on the Storm Raider Basil. No, that still doesn't make sense. No. No, either way that was a bad decision. There's no way to make that into a good decision. If anything, the 6k should have been called to this circle here to make an 11k circle. That would have helped. And then Algos could have attacked that last 1 to make himself 14. But then hindsight is 2020. It looks like Alice is going to get off multiple attacks here. Raiding Alice's Vanguard is not something you ever really want to do. Just hoping for a critical trigger. Oh, unfortunate. No triggers at all. Because a critical trigger would have just immediately won him game there. So you have to think that he's going to go into Maelstrom. Yep, that's the quick move. And then call the Diamantes to rearguard circle. Now I would use the effect of the Diamantes. Yeah, just keep the rearguard grade 2. Now it's still an uphill struggle here, definitely. So now the 13 can attack the rearguard. Then Penguin Soldiers has attack for 5. Now the Maelstrom can get off his effect, which will allow him to draw and also retire that remaining rearguard. No triggers, that's unfortunate. However, that does put Nitro on Limb Break 4, so if he rides into a Liqueur here, then he could immediately have game. Looks like Red Dragon Emperor has just lost to 0. Then the other brackets. Now I wonder if he had Liqueur in his hand from the start and just opted to ride the Alice previously. If he did, that's quite intelligent. And that gives him his full field. And Problem Speed is probably going to put the starting Vanguard into it, so? Oh, he's putting the Alice in, okay. I have to think this might be game here. Even with that, the Liqueur is still going to hit. The triggers aren't even necessary at this point. And the critical is just overkill. And that is Nitro going into the finals. So, congratulations to Nitro. And we will see who he plays. Whether it will be Zero or whether it will be a rematch against Kyrph. Well, both of them will be rematches. So, very interesting. We shall see what happens in the finals next.